Yeah. Talk to me now. Let's go. Check. Think we on deck. Shout out to them people. And wipe your shoes off. Wash your hands. Get comfortable. Yo. It's your flyness, REEMSDOPE. But remember, it's one of me, Reem's dope. Yes, I'm a DJ. Yes, you can still book me. Send me an inquiry. I can send you an invoice. And we can get the party rocking. And like the great people of Macy's last weekend, we had us a time. Novocained up and all. I won't even say wire jaw, but swollen face and all. We got it in. We got it done. We had us a grand old time. Once again, the name is Reem's Dope across social media platforms. This is Late Nights with Reem. LWR Pod on Instagram, email, and Facebook. I had to think about that for a second before I said it wrong. Yeah, LWR Pod. Late Nights with Reem Pod. Across the social handles, I ain't got a Twitter for the podcast because I don't even be on Twitter on my regular, so that's what that is. But Reem's Dope across all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all that. I'm active on those. YouTube as well. Like, comment, subscribe, please and thank you. Started off early because I didn't say it last time, even though I said I was going to say it. Go ahead and drop some teddy bears in the comments of this video. Or if you see a short this week, whether it's an old short or a new short, drop some teddy bear comments. Let me know, let the people know that you are tuned in and you are part of the familia. Or you part of gang. What's going down, people? How y'all feeling today? You know, I'll wait for y'all to get y'all's off. That's what's up. Sorry to hear that. My bad, man. Let's talk about it. But yo, I'm doing good. I'm doing better. I feel like every day, every week, I'm progressing to be a better individual, a better man, spiritually, physically, and mentally. And we'll get on that in a little bit. We're gonna get on that later. But I'm having a lot of come to life moments in my 33rd year as I'm peaking on my half birthday in August, as I'm entering 33.5. There's a lot of stuff that I am learning about myself and learning about life, this journey that we call life, and I'm embracing it. And it's I don't know if scary is the phrase I want to use, but it's very enlightening of a lot of things that I've been experiencing lately. And I just want to share it with y'all. If anybody's experienced it, anybody's going through it, anybody wants to know about it. And you know, it's my platform to do so. So we're going to touch on that later. So we're just going to get right into the topics. You feels me? We're going to get into some news. Uber is now allowing women to pick women drivers. Uber is allowing women to have women-only drivers, which, you know, I gotta respect to that. I gotta give it up. Because I've heard plenty of horror stories, plenty of unfortunate situations where women have been taking rideshare and men have taken them on the rides of their lives, and not in the good way. Have done nefarious things or tried to do nefarious things. And women online have said for years that they would feel a lot safer if they had a woman driver. They would feel a lot safer if they were in women-only gyms and women-only facilities. Listen, ladies, by all means, do what you gotta do to feel safe and secure in whatever it is. Don't let these men bully you. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for not wanting to deal with men's shenanigans. As a man, I don't speak for all men. Or as I said before, I'm a nigga and I don't speak for all niggas. But as a man, I don't speak for all men. I speak for myself because I'm responsible for me and the things that I do. But if the general consensus that a lot of shenanigans going on, then we gotta just accept it for what it is and fix it. We gotta do our part as men to hold not only ourselves accountable, but other men accountable too, because some men be doing some muttery and it's not acceptable. So the fact that now Uber has the feature where women can pick other women drivers, I think that's fire. In my professional Negro male opinion, I really think that's fire. It'll give them that safety, that reassurance that the shenanigans will be to a minimal. Godspeed. I hope that works out for y'all. I hope y'all are safe in your endeavors. I put a side note in. If you are my DoorDash driver, I want to see you as my DoorDash driver. I don't want to see Ashley's name and face and Tyrone drop off my linguine at the crib. So all us joint DoorDash and shenanigans, cut it out. I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't trying to hear all that. You feel me? I ain't trying to deal with that nonsense. We not doing no joint Facebook. We not doing no joint DoorDash because it always looks away. And that's really why I don't even be DoorDashing now anymore. Because of them foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just, God bless. Not even going to say nothing else. We just going to keep it pushing. Virginia law is now restricting social media, limiting children under 16 to an hour use of screen time on social media. And if they exceed that and it's reported, the parents can be fined up to $7,500. Now, I'm an older cat. I'm not old as hell. Respectfully to all my older listeners who are like old as hell and older than me. I'm not that old, but I grew up in the era that was right before social media, and I've been involved through the social media era. And I feel this, that you should limit these kids' screen time on these devices. Not just social media, the YouTube and whatever else it is. Because this stuff is frying our brains. I'm not just going to say it's frying their brains. It's frying our brains. Too much time on this dang blue screen is really messing with our psyche and affecting how we deal with things in life and how we operate. So I definitely feel this implementation of an hour of screen time on social media. And granted, I'm a social media guy. I'm a content creator. I'm a podcaster. That's how you listen to me now. I use these platforms to promote my businesses, promote my projects, whatever it is I got going on. But I really see the effects that social media has on the youth who don't know how to dissect the difference of real life and social media. I think that's what the issue is with the generation that came a little bit after me. They don't know how to dissect that difference of real life and social media. A lot of these kids look at the social media and they think this is real life. I'm telling you right now, homeboy and homegirl, social media is fake. It is all a facade. It is all smoke and mirrors. All what you think you see is not what you see. So I'm letting y'all know that right now from your uncle, from Uncle Reem to you. Do not fall for the social media trap. Do not get into this warp of social media and thinking that what you see is 100% true. Yes, there are true stories where people make success and people have real lives outside of this. Yes, things happen on social media. Yes, you can use social media to elevate your platform, but social media should not be your life. Should not be your life. It should not be what defines you. Those likes should not define you as who you are. You're a whole being. Touch yourself. You hear that? That's hand, top of wrist. Probably shouldn't have hit that side of my face because that's where I got my distraction, but that's real life. You got to get out the matrix and start living real life. This all makes sense in a second. It all makes sense towards the end, trust me. But yeah, I kind of rock with that. Charging the parents. You got to hold the parents accountable. And I'll also add this, that I think a lot of the crime will be decreased if we start holding, if persecutors and legislators start holding family accountable for things that these kids are doing. Like that whole wave of Kia boys and Kia girls and all these kids kicking in doors and doing all this foolishness. I really truly believe that if we held the adults accountable that were responsible for these children, that a lot of these crimes would not be committed. That might be a stretch, that might be a reach to some, but I really truly feel that if we held these adults that were responsible for them accountable, a lot of this wouldn't happen. Because if I knew that I would be doing time because of what my nephew did, my nephew would not be doing the foolishness she be doing. Not saying my nephews are doing foolishness. I hope y'all not doing foolishness and I don't know about it. But my nephews, if I'm responsible for my nephew or my niece, they would not be getting that foolishness off if I was in jeopardy of losing my job or paying a fine because of what this knucklehead did. I firmly believe that in my heart of heart that if they held those adults accountable, they would also hold those kids accountable to behave and act like they got some damn sense. And that's one of the hills I'm willing to die on. I've been preaching a lot of accountability these past couple of days. And I think it's coming from my therapy sessions and a lot from just what I'm recognizing in life. A lot of self-reflecting, a lot of accountability talk been going on. And I really think that's a reoccurring theme in life that needs to be implemented, that we really need to do that. I'm not going to go on that again, but again, watch them damn kids, man. Take care of your kids. Don't let social media and the tablet raise your kids. You feel me? While we on the topic of kids, testing has been released for male birth control is nearing its full production, and there's been tests and whatnot going on to see if this product works for male contraception. Is that the right phrase? Yeah, I think that's the right phrase. Male birth control. So men can pop the pill to avoid polluting the universe. And I don't know. These last couple topics seems like I'm very man bashing, but I'm not. I'm not a man basher. I'm not a guy's guy either, but I'm not a man basher. So don't get it twisted. Let me stop y'all right there. I'm not a man basher, but I think that's cool. Because, there's a lot of people with mad babies out here who don't take care of their babies. And it could be avoided if you just pop that pill. And I was reading the article online and I saw like comments of dudes saying they not interested and they're not going to do it. That might mess up their fertility and blah, blah, blah. But then it makes me think, isn't that the same thing that happens with women's birth control? Don't women's body go through a traumatic experience by taking that pill to avoid said pregnancy? What's the difference? It's the difference because you got to do it now, Tyrone. That you got to be responsible for that, taking that pill on time and making sure you ain't shooting no clubs up and reproducing when you don't want to reproduce. I think it's genius. You know what I'm saying? Granted, be responsible, but I'm also being real, knowing how these things in life go. That it's not always, you know what I'm saying? Accidents happen. Shit happens. But, that's not a thing that I would have to explore. Thankful to Jehovah Jireh. Thankful to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I got to deal with that. And I know I ain't got to deal with that. So, along with the social media shenanigans, recently this week, there was an app called the T app that dropped where women signed up to find out about dudes they were dealing with or interested in. From what I understand, what I've gathered on social media, this app allowed women to scan their ID into this platform and post pictures, videos of whatever guy to give intel or to get intel to warn other women. Mind you, this app has not even been in existence for more than 30 days. And there has already been a data breach. Now, I'm sorry, but why the hell would you sign up for an app that requires you to ingest your personal information in order to be messy? Let's really think about this, guys. Let's really think about this. Is the gossip that sweet? Is the tea that hot that you gotta put in a two-step verification so you can out somebody who broke your heart? What happened to a simple story time? What happened to a simple group chat? What happened to a simple group text or whatever it is to divulge information about your experience? You know what I'm saying? I saw guys taking pictures in wigs so they can get on the app and see if they were exposed. My brother in Christ, what you got going on? Because that's kind of weird to me. You willing to put on a wig to see what messiness is going on? Sometimes people make it too easy for them to be compromised. Sometimes people make it too easy to do the wrong thing. It's a damn shame that you got to go through these extents to find out some damn information about somebody you should be trusted. It's ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure there's a guy or guys creating an app that is the converse of that for the male equivalent. What they gonna call the guys app? I don't know. Mule time, shots. Hey yo, check this out. Hey bro, the A bro app. When you tell your mans about shorty who really is a loosey goose or shorty who like led you on to ran your pockets. Like what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? And I may be speaking. No, I'm not speaking out of turn because my ear is still to the streets. So I see and hear stuff. I always say I see and hear stuff I really don't want to hear, and that's just what that is. But I think it's really silly that people really like uploaded their information to this damn platform, and now that your data has been breached and your identity might be at risk. So I hope it was worth it. I hope you found the information you were looking for, and I hope that you get the answers that you wanted. That's all I can say to that. I hope you got what you wanted out that situation. Whatever you want out of that situation, I hope that worked out for you, and I hope it was worth it. Trump is a hater. Matter of fact, I should have started with this. R.I.P. to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Theo passed away. Rest in peace. One of our GOAT actors, a black superstar in cinema and sitcoms. It's crazy. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne, R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. You was a piece of dirt, but you know, we paying respects to a degree for some of y'all. But that's crazy. R.I.P. to y'all. Freaking Trump is trying to limit the NIL money that these athletes can get. Why are you hating on the next man pockets? Why are you worried about that, dog? Why are you in their pockets when you should be waiving our student loans? You should be taking care of certain things, man. That's some haterism right there. And that's hateration in this dancery. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You're trying to stop their paper spread, and that's whack. But let's get to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes, if you will, of the podcast. As I mentioned earlier at the top of the hour, that at 33.5, I'm coming to a lot of realizations as a man, as an adult, and things I'm starting to learn and want to get off my chest. It's not going to be all of it, of course. It's just going to be a little bit of thoughts that have been coming through my mind. So pardon me. And again, if you're watching this, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Give me a review on the podcast app that you're listening to. Drop something in the YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Give me some feedback. Drop a bear in the comments. Do that for me real quick. I'll wait for a second. All right, good looking. Appreciate you. Need to refresh myself right fast. But let's just talk about life, guys. I know when I came back, I said this wasn't going to be the mental health podcast. And I just find it so funny that I said that. And I've been dealing with stuff and experiencing a lot of life that makes me want to talk about my mental and experiences in life. At 33, I'm learning that life is not sweet. Life isn't pretty. And don't get me wrong, and don't sit here and think like, damn, Reem, it took you 33 years to realize that. No. It's not what I'm saying at all. Because I've known that since the gate, that life ain't sweet. Life ain't easy for a man, and life for sure ain't easy for a black man. But I'm learning a lot that life takes sacrifices. There's a lot of sacrifices that you have to take to be a man, to be successful, to get what you want in life and to do what you want in life. There's going to be times when you got to miss out. There's going to be times when it's dark and you're by yourself and you feel all alone and you got to thug through it. But let me stop right there. Let me stop right there on that thug through it. I want people to realize, my people, all people to realize, you are not alone in this here life. As rough as things may be, you are not alone. I want you to understand this. Life is hard. If you want to achieve big things, it's going to be a rough road and it's going to be painful. But remember, there is someone in your corner and people on your side. Whether that be your mate, a homeboy, homegirl, a mentor, a therapist, a church mate, a teammate, a gym buddy, whatever it is. I want people to understand that yes, life has its challenges, but speak. Speak. Because the problem we have is we think that we have to do these things alone. We think that we got to grind it out by ourselves and figure it out the hard way, the rough way. Man, ain't nobody got me like that but me. Ain't nobody care. You may think that. But guess what? There's professionals you can pay to express how you feel and talk through things you're going through. Yeah. This ain't an ad for no therapy app, but I really want people to stop holding so much in their heart and in their mind. I often say that the mind is one of your strongest muscles. It can be your prison or it can be your freedom. And the more we hold things in and suppress, it's the worse things get. Your thoughts can kill you. The same way your thoughts give you power is the same way your thoughts can take you out of here. I saw a video earlier today of a lady saying that her 22-year-old son passed because of a brain aneurysm. She said he worked, he was in college, he was working, and had a lot going on. Had a break from school. And before he went back to, I think it was when he went back to school, he had a breakdown. And that breakdown took him out. And it really broke my heart because I know myself. There have been many times I've sat in the corner, sat in the dark, or just laid in the bed, not knowing what my next move is, not knowing if I'm really doing what I'm supposed to do, if I'm really aligned, if I'm really on the right path. And even now, sometimes I think to myself, am I doing this right? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I doing enough? Or why am I reacting a certain way? Why am I getting so short fused and so angry by little things? And it's because I suppress so much, push so many things in the back, and things show up in many different ways that I don't realize. So talking to my therapist, I'm starting to realize like, yo, I'm responding because of this, or this happened as a kid and this is why it shows up like that way for me as an adult. And it's becoming very refreshing and enlightening to be able to speak up and speak out and then get tools to improve myself as a man and as a human in general. But more importantly, as a man, because like I said, as a man, you responsible for a lot. There's a lot of responsibility for us. You got to work. You got to take care of the fam. You can't complain too much. You can't complain at all in some instances. You can't be seen as weak. But honestly, man, scratch all that. I'm going to live and see the fruits of my labor. You hear me? All this hard work that I've been putting in with this journey of life, I'm going to see the fruits of my labor. Like, I'm seeing the light at that tunnel, and then I'm going to run to the next level of life. That next level in life, excuse me. I'm going to achieve these goals, and I'm going to do it with a positive mindset. Going to speak up. I've spoken out more. I'm defending myself. I'm speaking on behalf of me. Like, my whole perspective right now in life, I'm trying to make young Reem proud. Little 6, 8-year-old Reem. I'm making you proud, dog. This is all for you. This is all for the big head kid with small ears in the Bronx with a loose wife beater and blue sweatpants. This is for little Reem, who didn't have a voice, who never knew what was going on, who never understood why things were the way they are. I'm fighting for you, little dog. I'm fighting for you. And like, I'm speaking in third person, second person, whatever it is, because that's really what it's coming to, yo. Like, I finally am grasping this thing that I'm starting to get this understanding. Like, the frontal lobe right there, it's clicking, like it's developed. And this is what it's for. I want little 6 and 8-year-old Reem to look at adult Reem and say, yo, that's a cool ass dude. That's a cool dude right there. He DJs, he podcasts, he popping on social media. He got a fly ass wife, and his kids are cool. And he did things his way and wasn't afraid. He was unapologetic about it. I gotta be unapologetic about this. And that's what I want for, like, everybody. I want everybody to find your why. You should always be the source of your happiness. You know what I'm saying? You do stuff for your family, yes. But you should be the source and the reason why you're going hard. I want this. Little Reem would want this. He would listen to this and be like, damn, you did that for real, big dog. Like, I really can't put into too much words. Like, I don't know. It's so hard to say, but it just was on me to just get this out here and say this. Find your purpose in life. Remember, you are not by yourself. To any of my homies, strangers that listen to this, you got my number, you got my social, REEMSDOPE. Reem's dope. It's only one of me. If you need to talk and you want to get some shit off your chest, hit me. Just get the vent off. You want a referral for a therapy app? I got you. You want to find out what cool church you can go to hear something spiritual? I got you. But please, for the love of yourself and for the sake of me, don't go through this battle alone. I promise you, life has so much prepared for you that you got to see it. You got to see it through. And you can't see it through by compressing and beating yourself up. So please, 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 please speak up. Speak up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Stop thinking you alone and you not. There's people that care about you. Yeah, there's people that don't, but don't worry about who don't. Focus on the ones that do. The people that show up for you. Show up for yourself. Show up for the people who show up for you. And build that community. We got this. We got this, y'all. I promise you we got this. Don't be afraid. Don't be prideful. Don't do that. But we got this. I'm going to leave it right here. Put a bow in it. Again, this has been Late Nights with Reem. Follow the pages. Follow me on social media handles. And yo, let's keep this thing going, man. I got more series coming on the way, more things in the works. Like I said, we are just scratching the surface. We just getting back. We getting our foot in. So I'm gonna just give y'all little episodes here and there. But I want y'all to understand that Big Reem got you. Shitting me? But I'm out of here. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Love y'all.